Hi guys, it is November 30th. I am in zone 5 and I am out here picking those Ferry Morris seed tape carrots that I planted in May. It only takes 60 days, but you can just store them in place. It's going to do a little bit of snowing here today. We're going to have a little bit more of a snowstorm, and I believe that these are probably possibly going to freeze. So I'm gonna grab quite a bit of them. I'm gonna roast them in the house with some of those rustic onions that I got from over here. Here's a few that have survived, or that I haven't pulled, I should say, that are already in the freezer. I'm gonna roast those today, get the oven going so it's nice and warm and cozy in the house. And you can see here, we've pulled a couple here and here, really none around here, but you can see as time goes on how this soil sets even more. The carrots push up with growth and they start to become a little bit more exposed. And you can see how tiny some of these are, and then how incredibly huge the tops of these are. And I think they're sporadic because in the seed tape, you can tell where there's a cluster of maybe 4 or 5 seeds. They space them, and then there's like 1 or 2 seeds. So you don't have a lot of control over spacing when you're using this seed tape. However, it is incredibly easy to just dig a trench, water, and cover. So great for the beginners. Get this last one here. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up this whole row because they're tiny. I mean, look, that's like nothing. That's gonna end up probably being like those Parisian market carrots that are the round little balls. Oh, those were 2. Okay, great. Okay, so I've got a little grouping there. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my carrots along with this batch of carrots, and oh my god, my hands are freezing out here. That's quite a pretty good cluster of carrots once I get all of the tops off, which I'm just gonna go ahead and take these too, because look, the whole side of this is exposed as well. I'm just gonna take this whole, ooh, Lord, that's a nice looking one. Look at that. So I'm just gonna take the whole cluster of these in the house and roast those up. These are all exposed as well. I feel like I should just go ahead and pull these as well, to be quite honest. Either that or I gotta cover them back up. Oh gosh, that one turned out really nice. Oh. Okay. All right. Excellente. I'm gonna leave these here. I'm gonna push a little bit more dirt over them. I'll see if they survive the storm. It might not be as bad as what they say. You know how meteorologists can be. A little bit crazy when it comes to snow and their reporting. Sometimes they get overzealous. So I'm gonna let these ride. I can see this is exposed over here a little bit. And this is my tomato plants. I'm just going to allow these roots to compost in place. And I've also got some over here. Found that was kind of easy, especially when you are planting a multiple of things at one time. Okay, here I've just dumped some of the salsa that I made and went bad in the refrigerator. So it'll all sort of sink into those nutrients. I don't de-seed anything, so you can see like there's some seeds in here. I'll probably get some volunteer tomato plants later on, and my hands are absolutely freezing at this point. So I'm gonna make this a very short video. Here I've still got those green spring onions. I'm gonna let them go. I've got plenty in the freezer, chopped up. So it's not like if something happens here, I'm going to be without onions. This lettuce, yeah, this isn't going to be any good. But I'm going to leave it here for the little lovely critters of the forest. Let's go out here and let's look at my $0 pandemic bed that I made. And I'm letting everything, oh my goodness. They have dug this out because I've got so much food in here in my little worm bin that they decided, I'm guessing this is a groundhog or a possum, because you can see I put air holes in this so they can smell what's rotting in there, and they're trying to get at it. They can't because that Tidy Cat lid is so tight they can't get to it. So I'm just gonna have to come back out here with some gloves and get that covered up. But the point of me coming out here was to tell you that all of the greenery that I had in all of the gardens, I put into this new garden back here to where I can let this compost in place, break down, and it has really broken down in the last couple of months. And now that we're going to be getting snow and extreme weather conditions, it's going to break this down even more. And I did put some cardboard down here as well. You can see the bottom layer here. I think this is a Walmart or Amazon box. And I've got this is not going to break down, but it will keep the things underneath it in place from flying around in the storms. Here I'm just trying to maybe get a little bit of leaf mold started. And you can see that's already shrunk down and gone down. I did have this full up. And I'm gonna have to straighten out my little hoop here. I might actually move it over here in the last segment there as the sun comes around, and so it won't cast any shadow at the end of the day. If I put it at the end, it won't hurt any of the sun coming in or prevent any sunlight getting to the plants. So that's all that we've really got here, except if we walk up front, you can see it's starting to kind of catch some snow here. Now it's just kind of melting, but it's going to stay. I've got a little bit more lettuce here. Again, I'm just going to leave it here for the bunnies. It doesn't taste very good because it's gone through some temperature changes. I do have another patch of carrots up here which stay by the driveway, concrete, which is also a nice solar bank. So I'm going to let this be probably the last carrots that I'm going to pick out of here, and see how long I can kind of stretch it out. Here's some more carrots as well up against the house and the concrete. Doesn't get as much sun though, so that'll be a nice experiment for me. A little bit more lettuce for the bunnies. Some cilantro that's dying out. I do have some started in the house. And here's these chives I've cut back. And here are different variety of carrots up here. So I'll probably pull these soon. You can see that they're completely dying back. Well, screw it. Let's just pull them now. I'm here. My hands are cold. I believe these are the sugar snap. Oh, look at this. Oh my God. Now this is a carrot. Okay, I need to do a separate video on this. Bye. Love you.